Hello, I'm Tom Leach. With me is Shrewsbury Town reporter Lewis Cox. Lewis, Charlton on Saturday. Tomorrow.
Correct.
Tough test. They are high flying in League One.
It's past the point where you lose track of the days now,
Yeah.
just to let you know, Christmas and New Year and all that. But yeah, one of the toughest games on the fixture calendar. Charlton's, the reverse fixture away seems a long time ago. It's the second weekend of the season. The only game I've missed actually this season, so I haven't seen them yet, the only side I haven't seen. But Town should have got a point that day. Conceded a terrible, by all accounts, last minute goal. Really bad. I watched it again today and really shocking goal to concede in John Askey's first away game. Worryingly from then, I suppose from a Town point of view, is that Charlton have improved tenfold. At the start of the season they were a bit all over the show in terms of not having many players in, because Boss Lee Bowyer there has got no backing in terms of financial, because the owner's trying to sell the club there, so he's not working under sort of easy settings really. So it's credit to him that he's got them into fourth, really well placed in League One for another sort of tilt at the playoffs at least, which is of course where they finished last season before Town knocked them out in the semi-finals. I mean, those two games were superb last season at the Valley and at home. Great memories and scenes, and interesting comments from Lee Bowyer making himself sound a bit silly as he did, endearing himself with Town fans. But yeah, so he'll get an interesting reception this time around tomorrow. It's going to be a test, undoubtedly. Sorry, Sam Ricketts' Town have faced many tests since in the Bosses. Just over a month here. It's been a tough fixture list actually.
Yeah.
We're coming to league game after league game, and yeah, they've been difficult. I mean, I know the last league game was Fleetwood at home, wasn't it? Which was pretty forgettable, 0-0. But Fleetwood just came, didn't they, that day to sort of be happy to take the point, I think. And that owes a lot to, actually, this is another thing I've been really surprised while doing a bit of research for the game. Town have one defeat in 18 home games in all competitions.
Very impressive.
1 in 18. I can't even get my head around that. I mean, there's a lot of, a few checker trades in there and whatnot, but 1 in 18 is, and that was Sunderland.
Yeah, and talking facts, they're 3 points above the dotted line. That's an unbelievable record for a club.
Yeah,
That close to the
yeah. It says a lot about the away form.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
says a lot about the away form. But Charlton will know that home record, and know that a lot of decent sides haven't won here this season. But yeah, Town have got to be wary of their front two, Lyle Taylor and Cahern. I think it's Cahern Grant. They have 26 goals between them this season, 14 and 12. They both scored in Charlton's 2-1 win against Shrews at the start of the season, and pace, power. I mean, you got those two. You got Fosu, who's one of the wingers. He's one of the hottest properties in League One. So much pace. They've signed this. I don't know if he's a Welsh lad, Johnny Williams from Crystal Palace, who a couple of years ago was Crystal Palace's next big thing. Whether he had a cameo for them against Sunderland for his debut, and he's got every shout for a first start, and that's the calibre of players that Charlton can attract. I guess still probably a decent wage budget. They've got the firepower, haven't they, to seriously test that Town backline, and the amount of pace I've mentioned there could be a worry for Sadler and Waterfall. It's going to need Haynes on it, left back. It's going to need James Bolton on it. It's going to need Steve Arnold on it. I've actually said that it really needs Anthony Grant on it in front of that back four. You get the feeling. But on the flip side, I have seen that Charlton, I think that fourth, as I mentioned, they've conceded the most goals out of the top five. So they do concede.
Faye back, that could be a potential.
Yeah, Faye back. Okenabiri back in the team. 10-goal top scorer. There's something to get at, I think, with the Charlton back line. They signed a left back yesterday to bolster their options. But I think, with that goals conceded record, it gives sort of Town hope to cling to. And the home form, it gives me confidence to I think, suggest a draw. Or I actually think Town could nick it 2-1, or certainly a score draw. Maybe, but yeah, I'll be surprised if Town's good run of form at home comes to an end tomorrow. I think they've got a bit about them at home. Dave Edwards' factor gives everyone a boost. Tomorrow is going to be some occasion, and yeah, looking forward to it. Charlton will be tough, a real tough test. But as Town have proved in many games against some of the league's top sides this season, they're a match for anyone, and they're just often a couple of missed chances at one end and a lapse in concentration at the other end in getting a result. So if those little things can be ironed out, you know, it's a cliche and it's a famous town saying, but it's fine margins, and you know, it could go their way. And looking forward to it. You know, after last season, Charlton's got a big draw, so look forward to it.
All the build up for that game is on shropshirestart.com right now, and you can follow our coverage tomorrow.